So we're gonna go ahead and start up the video by saying that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie was some sort of a I don't want to say letdown. I want to say it was more like a filler movie for the year, to be honest. I feel like they just put out this movie just to you know, just to put something out. I feel like this movie could have been way better. I feel like this horror movie brought nothing new to the horror genre. Honestly, when I saw that this movie was coming out, I was expecting this movie to be better. Honestly, I was expecting this movie to I don't know, to be just great, you know. But then again, when it comes to these movies, it's always a hit or miss. When I saw the trailer, honestly, I got kind of excited. I thought it was gonna be more than what it is. It had potential, but I think it was just, you know, when it comes to storyline, you know, the bad guy comes, you know, he kills everybody, so one of them survives, and then, you know, the bad guy comes at the end. He probably does one last stunt, and, you know, every single horror movie cliche you can think of happened in this movie. You know, the dumb kids going into a town, they're told not to go there, or they're told that, you know, something happened there, and then they always go there, and, you know, they get killed, blah blah blah. But it could have been better, let me tell you that. Let me just explain the movie to you a little bit. You know, the movie starts off with this kids, you know, riding down the road. You know, apparently they're going to a new town in Texas, you know, because they're moving there. You know, a couple just bought a new house, and they're trying to take advantage that the town has been empty for a minute, and they're trying to revamp the town. And then they you know, they stop to get gas. They stumble upon a guy that's carrying a gun and, you know, riding a big truck, something you would expect of a Texan. Then once they get to the town, you know, they start looking around, you know, they start talking, you know, about, you know, the house they bought and everything. And then they're saying that, you know, that if they start buying there, you know, people are gonna follow, they're gonna start buying there, and, you know, the people are gonna love it there, and they're gonna start buying more properties, and, you know, just rebuild the town pretty much. And once they get to their house, they find out that there's an old lady living there, and they're you know, they start talking to her. They start telling her that that's their property, and then, you know, the lady tells them no, that's her property, blah blah blah. So these guys, the gentrifiers, come in, kick the lady out of her house, which then again, it was their house supposedly, you know, they got the paperwork, but, you know, there's probably some funny business involved, so, you know, that's why there was a miscommunication there. So they kick her out. See, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, at this point, that's when I stopped paying attention, because I kind of lost interest in the movie. You know, the lady's being rushed away in an ambulance or a cop car pretty much, and then, you know, they put one of her family, I think it was her grandson, which turned out to be Leatherface, in the back of the car with her. You know, a cop was with them, and then one of the gentrifiers, the blonde girl, was with, you know, the cop on the passenger seat. So they were all driving down the road, you know, talking, blah blah. The old lady starts, you know, her health is, you know, deteriorating, and, you know, she passes eventually. And then, you know, Leatherface goes crazy, it starts freaking out, and then,
oh, fuck you, faggot.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
the cop tells him to relax, but obviously Red Leatherface is not going to relax. So Leatherface just straight up kills the cop. He breaks his hand and kills the cop. I honestly did not expect for Leatherface to start killing people right off the bat. I feel like they rushed into killing people. But then again, it is a massacre movie, you know, it's about a killer just, you know, killing people. But I feel like there was no build up to the killing, you know. I killed the cop on the driver's seat, you know. Actually, I think it was the other cop that killed him by shooting, because the cop that Leatherface killed was trying to shoot Leatherface, and then this cop, by accident, because Leatherface twisted his hand, he shot the cop in front of him. And then, you know, the van crashes. You go back to the gentrifiers on the town. They're talking about the, you know, the town, you know, how it's gonna be developed, etc., etc. And then we see one of, by the way, I forgot to mention, there's two sisters. I completely forgot about the main characters. There's I'm doing a bad job of making this video already. There's two sisters, right? Apparently one of them was shot, so she's like putting up against gun violence, etc., etc. I don't know where they were going with the gun violence plot, or like ideology, because I feel like once Leatherface started killing people, they never touched back into it. You guys remember the guy that I told you to stumble across whenever they were going to the town? Well, apparently he lives in that town, right? He's some sort of a mechanic. So One of the sisters goes and starts talking to him about guns, etc., right? I feel like there were so many missed opportunities on this movie. I honestly expected the guy to stumble across, I don't know his name either. Honestly, I tried my best to memorize the names of these characters, but they just lost me. Okay, they lost me. I lost interest in like the first 10 minutes. But I tried. Trust me, I really tried. I was expecting I feel like they were kind of building this guy to be some sort of badass. I honestly expected him to kill Leatherface or to, you know, fight off Leatherface, but whenever it actually came to fighting Leatherface, this guy got clapped so fast. It is unbelievable how fast he got clapped, but we're gonna touch more on that later. Okay, now we're going back to the cops, right? The cops are killed, blah blah. Leatherface goes and puts on the face of his grandmother, and then he kills the blonde chick, you know, like any other movie, right? Movie cliches, killing the black guy first, or, you know, killing the blonde chicks, you know, whatever. Two of the gentrifiers, one of the sisters, I think her name was, I forgot her name. I forgot the names of these characters. I'm sorry, but one of the girls, the girl with the curly hair, and then I forgot the name of the other guy. The name of the other guy, the black guy. They go back into the house, you know, the black guy bought to look for property papers, right? Because apparently they lost them. And they go back to look for the papers. I think they do find them. And then, guess what? Leatherface was already in the house. It took Leatherface 2 minutes to walk like 30 miles, which is incredible. You know, he's probably faster than Usain Bolt. But it took him like 2 minutes, right? Well, 2 minutes of screen time. Who knows how much time it passed from, you know, him killing the cops and him getting back to his old grandma's house. Then he kills a black guy. He stabs him in the neck. You know, he should be dead. He should be dead, but apparently he's not. Then, you know, the girl hides in the closet. Leatherface is looking for the girl. Well, actually, I don't think Leatherface at this point knows the girl's there, right? You know, time passes. Leatherface sees that people are, you know, celebrating, having a good time in the party bus that the gentrifiers got there on. I feel like I skipped this, honestly. Guys, I'm still trying my best to make these types of videos, so just be patient with me. Honestly, I missed so many details already, but that's because this movie was not good. Let me just keep going, right? And then the guy that, you know, the badass, you know, the guy that they were building to be a badass, I don't really understand what was he doing in the grandma's house. I completely forgot. But he goes to the house with, you know, his arm, obviously he's pretty big, pretty tough, right? He goes up the stairs, you know, Leatherface hears somebody coming, so he hides in the back. And then the girl, apparently, you know, this, you know, movie plot, you know, the movie had to put a mirror right there. What happens next, the big guy, you know, starts fighting Leatherface, and then, you know, I honestly expected this, you know, this badass to, you know, just, you know, fight off Leatherface. I didn't expect him to die right there. I expected him to just fight him off, save the chick, you know, run away. You know, I expected him to last till the end of the movie, right? Or maybe him making the last sacrifice. But no, he gets clapped right there. He gets clapped like almost immediately, and I'm just like, okay, well, who's gonna fight off a Leatherface now? Who's gonna do something, right? Nothing happens, right? Bye. He kills him. Then what happens next? Leatherface finds out that the girl's there, so she goes for it. And then one of my favorite scenes of the movie happens whenever Leatherface throws a hammer. He throws the hammer like Thor, bro. Like, he throws the hammer like Thor, and then he just hits the girl, and the girl goes through the floor. And that shit was the best scene in the movie. I may put it on the screen. That shit was great. Let me tell you that. It was just amazing. And then what happens is that, you know, the girl is underneath the floor. She's trying to run away from Leatherface, and Leatherface, you know, he uses his chainsaw to, you know, he's just playing around with her. But then her sister comes, and then, you know, she gets her out of the house, you know, just because of the plot armor, of course. And then let me just go back a little bit. You know, the guy that Leatherface killed, the black guy at the beginning, who I forgot his name. Someone please in the comment section tell me what the name was. He's still alive. He makes it close to the bus, and one of the ladies that was on the bus, on the party bus, sees him, and she tells everybody to stay inside, right? Okay, so now we're going back to the girls, and the girls make a run to the bus, and then they give the keys to the bus driver, which, by the way, I didn't touch on this. Took away the keys of the Tesla and of the bus, and he was not gonna give the keys back to them until they found the right paperwork showing them that they own the building, because he was not okay with the gentrifiers taking away the building from the old lady. Okay, so now back to the driver, right? He gets the keys, turns on the bus, and honestly, they never touch on really what happened. The bus just stops, and then the driver, instead of freaking out or saying anything, he just looks like a zombie, starts walking out with a lamp. He says nothing. He literally says nothing. He just looks like he just went out there. He looks like he just knew he was gonna die, but he says nothing, which I feel like that was pretty stupid. Who would just go out there and be like, and say nothing and be so serious about it? And honestly, just that didn't make no sense to me. If it was me, I'd probably run. Then Leatherface kills the dude. Who cares about the guy, right? Then Leatherface shows up inside the bus, and he just starts going ham. He kills everybody in there, except obviously the two sisters, because you can't kill the main characters yet. So the two sisters, as everybody's getting chopped down with the chainsaw, the two sisters made it into the the restroom, which is very surprising, because nobody else thought of going into the restroom, right? Nobody. And there was a lot of people there, and nobody thought of going into the restroom. So just makes me think that that these girls knew there was a restroom there and nobody else did. And then as everybody's getting chopped down, and pretty cool scenes, since everybody's being chopped down, right? They're in the restroom, right? And then guess what happened? There was a window on the restroom from the top, so you could escape from there, right? It's pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. Anyways, they get away, blah blah, and now forgot to mention, but there's an old lady that they mentioned her at the beginning, that she became a ranger because she was because she was there whenever Leatherface first appeared. She's now trying to get revenge, etc, etc. And it shows her getting ready, getting her shotgun and all that. So it just makes you think that she's gonna come in clutch, come and kill Leatherface, or fight off Leatherface, blah blah blah. So right at that moment, the lady comes, the old lady, mind you, she looks like she's in her 60s. She comes and she seems so excited. She seems, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill Leatherface. Let me tell you, this lady shot her shotgun twice and got chopped down. And let me tell you something else. Something that made me so mad is that whenever the old lady gives the keys to the girls and she says leave, guess what the girls do? They just stay there for the next 5 to 10 minutes just to watch her get killed. And those 5 to 10 minutes, if it was me, honestly, I would have been gone. I would have been on my way to Houston. I would have just disappeared, But these girls, I don't know what they were doing. They were just watching. If the old lady says leave, I'll take care of it. Bro, you best believe I am leaving. But, obviously these girls, I don't know what's up with these girls. It makes no sense. I'm gonna just go ahead and end it here, because this movie just made me so mad. Let me just skip all the way to the end. So the old lady got clapped. These girls fight off Leatherface, right? So they're at the end. They're so happy. They're chatting. They're taking their sweet time. They get inside the Tesla. And then they put the Tesla in auto drive, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, kind of want a Tesla, but it's only a dream. And then out of nowhere, Leatherface comes. He grabs the girl. He goes through the window, grabs the girl through, and just grabs her and pulls her out the window. And then since the Tesla is driving by itself, the other girl, one of the sisters, she gets on the sunroof and she sees her sister get her face cut in half. Yeah, that's literally the movie. Oh, I almost forgot. Then Leatherface who starts doing 360s like if he was in Call of Duty trying to do a trick shot. And then as soon as he does a 360, the title screen pops up and it says Texas Chainsaw Massacre or whatever. I don't really know. But that's the movie. Literally. I know I'm a bad storyteller, I'm a bad reviewer, or just I'm bad at explaining movies, but trust me, man, this movie was not good. Honestly, I would rate this movie a good 6 out of 10. You know, some of the storyline did not make a lot of sense. I feel like they had a lot of potential, but I feel like they were trying to do too much and did nothing at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10. Honestly, I expected just a little bit more. I knew going into this movie that it wasn't gonna be like the greatest movie. I expected, you know, this movie to be decent. You know, you can't mess it up, you know. And I expected it to be decent, but I feel like they were just trying to, you know, cash out. The producers and directors are like, yo, let's just cash out on the Leatherface movie. You know, everybody's gonna watch it. Let's cash out. Let's make a quick check, and that's what they did. And I don't blame them for that. But this movie, honestly, I would not recommend this movie. Save yourself some time and don't watch it. This movie is not good. Yeah, 6 out of 10. I would not watch this movie again. Maybe I would. Maybe with some drinks. Maybe with some, you know, some mixed drinks. But no, I'm not watching this again.